welcome to today's video. I'm Gary Wuriawan, and today we are in the Lake Hollywood Park in California to photograph the famous Hollywood sign right there. I'm with my wife and my father as well, and I thought I want to squeeze a little bit of photography time as usual right here in Los Angeles area. And I want to try to photograph the sign and maybe take a portrait of my wife as well. So we're gonna do that today. As usual, this is part of my everyday photography challenge where I try to squeeze a little bit time every day to try to make an effort to try to photograph something interesting every day. So yeah, you can definitely check the other vlogs. You can go to this link above if you want to watch the other vlogs of this kind of photography tutorial POV kind of vlogs, and you can also submit your picture to the everyday photography challenge. I will feature one of your pictures in the future videos. You can submit to this link right here, or you can also go to the card above right here to submit your picture. Speaking of camera gear, I'm keeping it very simple as usual, just with my Panasonic GX85, the 12 to 32 millimeter, and I also brought with me my telephoto lens, the 35 to 100 millimeter f4 to f5.6 Panasonic lens. So yeah, let's try to find something interesting in this location. Alright, so here's my wife, and we want to try to take a portrait of her with the Hollywood sign. It's going to be very simple. I'm using the 12 to 32 millimeter Panasonic lens with the GX85, aperture priority f5.6. So first things first, I want to try to take a wide angle portrait of her, environmental portrait, with just the 12 millimeter focal length. Let's try to do that. Alright, vertical composition. It's quite a sunny day. We got a really nice lighting right now, even though it's not early in the morning. Alright, very nice pose. Maybe I want to try to zoom in a little bit to about 18, so I'm going to step back. By zooming in, as you can see on the camera, the background will become larger, and you can step back to kind of keep your subject on the same size in the frame. Something like this. I think it's kind of nice. I want to try to crouch a little bit. I hope you can see what I'm doing in the camera. Okay. Alright. One more time. This is about 30 something millimeter, maybe 30 and a change. Hope you can see what I'm doing in the camera. Alright. Alright. Let's try horizontal composition. I think it will look kind of nice as well. Alright. Few more pictures. Then we're going to select the best ones. Alright. And let's take more vertical ones. 4 more pictures. 3 more pictures. 2 more pictures. Last one. Alright, we're done. Okay. So we're still in the same location. We try to find some other vantage point. So from here you can better see the letters of the Hollywood sign, because previously, although the composition was nice, we kind of blocked the O letter a little bit. So now we're going to try to take the portraits again. Alright, first 12 millimeter, a very wide kind of portrait right here. Nice, nice, very beautiful. And then I'm going to zoom, so I'm going to back up a little bit to keep the size of the subject the same. Something like this, I think looks nice. Oh, nice. Yep. Alright, still f5.6, still aperture priority. Nice. Nice. Can you face here again? Okay. This is about 32 millimeter or thereabouts. I think by zooming in a little bit, you get a more prominent subject on the frame. Single autofocus as usual. Don't really trust the continuous autofocus, but the single autofocus was just really fast and precise. 3 more pictures. 2 more pictures. 1 more pictures. Last one. Okay. Nice. Alright, so I have switched to the telephoto lens, the 35 to 100 millimeter, and I'm just trying to get the Hollywood sign by itself. I want something like a tight framing, and I'm trying to use a little bit parts of the leaves of this tree on the left right there to kind of frame the Hollywood sign a little bit better, and I'm going to go a little bit tight because I want to just focus on that particular sign. So about 50 millimeter. Let's try f5.6 aperture priority, and we're focusing on the Hollywood sign. As you can see on the camera, you can get a little bit of the trees on the left to kind of help to frame the Hollywood sign. Something like this. This is about 60 millimeter now. Going to try to experiment to go a little bit tighter. This is about 70. This is still aperture priority f5.6. Oops, there's like a bug or something. There's an insect trying to bite me. And yep, f5.6. Going to go a little bit tighter. Let's try about 70, 80 millimeter. Something like this. Alright, I kind of like this composition. However, the letter O is a little bit cropped on the frame, so we're gonna have to do something about that. Maybe we'll try to scout the location, go a little bit to the right, and find another vantage point that hopefully won't have the letter O cropped by the trees or something. Maybe over here. So on this frame, on this vantage point right now, we don't have any foreground of interest. It's just gonna be the Hollywood sign and that particular hill over there. Let's try horizontal. Something like this. Alright, maybe like that. I'm gonna go a little bit negative this time, so more of the sky and less of the hills. And I'm going to include more of the hills just as sort of an alternative. I'm going to zoom really close, just focus on the letter. This is 100 mil. And I'm just going to try to crop the antennas right there, the towers, something like this. Alright. Alright, so we moved to another location. Currently we are in Griffith Observatory here in Los Angeles area, and as you can see right there, that's downtown Los Angeles, and I want to try to photograph that location right there. And maybe this is a perfect opportunity for me to use a little bit of telephoto lens and yeah, try to practice a little bit of composition, travel photography, that kind of stuff. Let's go. Alright, so I switched lens to the 35-100mm and I'm at aperture priority right now, f5.6, auto ISO, auto everything. As you can see right there, that's the beautiful downtown Los Angeles. And first I want to try to take a vertical composition involving a little bit of these plants right here together with the downtown skyline. Alright, and a little bit of that trees on that hill as well. Maybe we'll make a cool composition. Let's try something like this. I hope you can see what I'm doing in the camera. This is 50mm by the way, so you can understand the focal length that I choose. Something like this maybe. Now let's try the full horizontal and zoomed in view of the downtown Los Angeles area. Something like this, I think looks quite nice. Yeah, maybe I will try to get these plants as my foreground of interest as well. Let's try. By the way, the parking here is quite expensive now. It's $10 per hour. That's kind of expensive, but yeah, that's California right now. Something like this maybe. Okay, I'm going to not include these plants on the foreground and just focused on the buildings. Something like this maybe. Yeah, quite a simple composition. Another quintessential travel pictures that I really like. This doesn't really give me that sense of being in the place because there's not a whole lot of context that I can find right here, but yeah, nevertheless still a nice picture in my opinion. And the 35-100 really proves to be an excellent travel telephoto lens. Right. Alright, so I moved a little bit to another vantage point near the Griffith Observatory, and as you can see right there, that's the Hollywood sign that we photographed earlier. So I'm going to try to photograph it again, still with the 35-100 on this excellent sunny day, beautiful day. Alright, it's very simple, 100mm aperture priority, 5.6 like that. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, see if there's anything interesting going on. Actually, as you can see down there, there are some plants that I want to try to include as a foreground, but I'm just too high. They're not in the frame at all, so I'm just going to focus on the Hollywood sign. Horizontal composition. Let's try it again. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Something like this. I can see what I'm doing in the camera. Nice. Yeah, the lighting right now changes a little bit, so with the sunlight it kind of adds the textures into those hills right there. Let's try to get something from this area right here, maybe that skyline area. I'm gonna try to include a little bit of that trees right there. All right, I don't know what building is that, but looks really interesting. Something like that. Don't know if it will work or not. Let's try those areas right there, very far away. Yeah. And also this area right here, the skylines being stacked. Alright. Alright, so I switch lens to a wider angle lens. This is the 12 to 32mm. You guys seen this before. And I'm trying to get a little bit of this hilly area right there. Maybe it will look nice. Let's try. If you can see what I'm doing in the camera. A 5.6 aperture priority, 12mm. Very simple setting, nothing much. I'm trying to not include people on the edge of the observatory. So this is my composition right here. Very simple. I want to try to capture that Hollywood sign again, but this time with the foregrounds with a wider angle lens. I don't care if the sign is becoming very small in the frame. I just want to capture this beautiful hill area. I think this looks really beautiful. Right, something like this. Vertical composition. Now I want to try to capture a panoramic kind of picture of this area right here with the panorama function on the GX85. It will be JPEG, it won't be raw pictures, but I don't care. I think this will still look nice. So yeah, let's try. I have to be very careful not to drop my camera. Alright, just slowly pan the camera like so.
Ooh, that's a shutter shot.
Yep, alright. And that wraps up today's video. I hope that today's video has been useful, inspiring, makes you want to go out and practice photography. Okay, so I hope that the pictures are also good enough. These are the point of why I make this video, for photography practice time for myself and also to inspire you to create some nice pictures. Also, don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video and subscribing to my channel down below. Thank you and goodbye.